A designer is someone who brings together knowledge from different areas into one situation to create an opportunity for somebody. My lipstick's okay? All right. When I was asked if I would be the dean of this school, I was excited because there's no school of design in Shenzhen, and Shenzhen is the most exciting place in the world to be engaged in design, because if you come up with a good idea in any field, there are people here who will make it happen. Industry in Shenzhen is always interested in what's the next thing. And therefore, as a designer, you have very good access to turning your ideas into something real. There are many design schools in China and around the world. Our design school necessarily is grounded in the area of science and technology, because we are here to develop a design discipline that is relevant to the Greater Bay Area in particular. Our students have direct access to new discoveries in science, and they can work with the world leading technologists. We teach in a method called active learning, or studio. The difference with studio learning is we're not solving problems. We are helping students find the opportunity in a situation. A problem is often a symptom of something else. So when you look at a problem, you could investigate what's behind it and what the context of it, and through that discover an opportunity to do something which had not been thought about before and is well beyond simple problem solving and has much greater impact. What we have to do in studio is to help build those skills, build the understanding that there are different fields of theory, different kinds of skills, and the students must go out and search for them. We have to challenge students to engage in something called deep learning, because a good designer has to face situations which they don't have any experience in. So when we're trying to educate students in design, we are trying to help them first learn to ask questions so they begin to explore. Second is how to interpret answers so that they can apply that knowledge that they've learned into a situation that they are facing, and to think how they could use that knowledge to create something which as yet does not exist. We can help them understand yesterday. We can give them some tools to perhaps engage with today. But when we are educating, we have to remember we are educating someone who has to be competent in 10 years' time. And we have to ensure that we're giving them the foundation for their future career. We have to help students become strong enough that they can go and solve problems or respond to opportunities when we are not there. Design is one of the ways in which we can mediate the past, the present, and the future. That's a very abstract concept, but let's bring it down to a very particular issue. Let's say there's a new discovery in science, and we have to bring that discovery into society. We can't just dump the science in society and expect everyone to understand it and take it up. No, we instead have to create a mediation, create a tool, create a product that uses that science. Design is a very important actor in that. There are many new treatments for diseases, and some of these require the person who's ill to act for themselves. If you have diabetes, you have to inject yourself. How can we help someone make their life better if they have diabetes. Science has a role. Design has a role. Shenzhen has an enormous potential and future and impact on the world. One of the fundamental principles of our school is that we must learn as designers to take responsibility for our impact on the world, the whole world, the sea, the sky, the soil, as well as the animals, as well as the people. We have to think, therefore, as designers, about what materials are we using? What resources are we using? What are the consequences of manufacturing something a particular way or in a particular place? How will that affect the people, the place, the society? For example, if you generate a lot of rubbish in your product, you are causing someone else to have a problem with disposing of rubbish. If you generate something which cannot be repaired, you're creating a problem in the future because the only option someone has is to throw away what you created instead of fixing it. You need to make those choices as the designer. And so you must understand what the choice is, why you make the choice, because it's never an easy choice. It's never an obvious choice. So while we are importantly in Shenzhen, the next thing to remember is the effect of Shenzhen is on the whole world.